Welcome to Protea Live. Uh, my name is Zane Stevens. I'm the founder of Protea Financial. Episode 5. A little bit of change of pace on today's discussion. There was a couple of things that have sort of popped up over the last week, which has sort of got me thinking about this a little bit. And really what I'm asking the question to all of you today is, are we still living in the 90s? And I'm not talking about fashion or food or fads or music. I am asking about paper. Now, let's preface this. We are a fully remote company that works on multiple continents, and we never go to our clients. The only paper I have on my desk is paper that is sent to me, whilst I don't use it. I have a laptop, I have a cell phone, and I make notes there. I use my practice management software, shout out Carbon, to manage my life. I use my Google Calendar. It tells me where I need to be. I do not use paper. So it really is difficult for me when I hear from people going, can you send me paper? And what does that mean? I'm talking about people wanting paper bills. I am wondering when people are still sending paper invoices to their clients and expecting to be paid on time. And the one that blows my mind even more is the use of paper checks. And now I've got rid of my pile of like received checks, how we get paid sometimes a few months ago. There's a bunch more, a ton of them. Paper checks just being sent out. I don't understand why anybody would want to use paper. One, if you're receiving paper bills, there's a very good chance they get lost in the mail. They just never arrive by you. Or there's a delay, you didn't check your mail, didn't open your mail, or it just took a long time to get to you, that you receive a bill and all of a sudden, oh crap, I have to rush and get a payment done. Not very efficient, not a good use of anybody's time because now we're panicking to get the payment done. I'm even more confused by people who think that sending invoices out in the mail is a good idea. Again, you're now relying on the mail service to get it right every single time. They do a hell of a job, but they're just not perfect. There are opportunities for that invoice to get lost. On top of that, it's really easy for somebody to just get your bill, tear it up, throw it in the trash. Never received it. There's no ways for you to know that they got it. So all that does is delay getting paid. And why would you want to do anything that would delay you getting paid? If I'm offering a service, I want to make sure that it is as easy as possible and as efficient as possible for people to pay me. And then I grew up in a country where the mail service isn't great. So I preface that with a situation where I don't understand paper checks. I can sort of see people wanting to use paper checks because, it gives me a few more days, to keep that money in my bank accounts. It's going to take at least a couple of days before they get there. Or other than that, actually, I've got no other idea. Other than a cash flow tool, paper checks just don't make sense. And the biggest part for me, right, and this is always what makes me laugh, people like, oh, I don't want to send you my bank details, so send me a check, or vice versa. And it's just like, you understand that your checks have more personal details on most things that we're willing to give out there. It's got your name, it's got an address, it's got your bank account number, it's got the routing number, it tells you which bank it is. So it might limit the fact that you don't have to put banking details in the email, and obviously there's fraud opportunity there. And we all know that wire fraud is on the increase. So yeah, there's risks around transferring banking details electronically, but mail fraud is still a thing. If somebody gets hold of that check, I have to keep them on my desk, and I'm going to eventually shred them so that there's bank information is safe. But that information is available by anybody. Anybody can take it, anybody can use it, anybody can duplicate it and go, set up some accounts with your bank account detail. You're basically telling the world, here we go, have my bank details. It doesn't seem really safe. I do not understand why people still want to transact using paper. It makes no sense. You could send bills and receive bills via email, text message, WhatsApp, social media. There's a bunch of ways that you could transact that doesn't require paper. And if you're a business owner, it makes zero sense that you would prefer to send your invoices out to your customers via paper. It is just a bad business decision. It slows the process down, it costs you more money, and all it does is delay you getting paid. Do not do things that will delay you getting paid. Cash is king, and getting money in to pay your expenses is critical. So, my plea today to everybody, let's stop living in the 90s. It's 2023. Let's go electronic. Let's make it as easy as possible to get paid. Let's make it as easy as possible to get that money in your bank account. Let's get rid of the paper. Let's go electronic. If somebody wants paper, they can print it. Let's stop asking for paper. If anything else, it can make you feel a little bit better that you are doing something that's a little bit more sustainable. Lower that, greenhouse gas emissions, lower your carbon footprint. Let's get paid. Let's go electronic. Let's make it easy for people. Have a great Thursday. Talk to you all soon.